and the cop goes gangster.
What do YouTube? Welcome back to another Movie Fanatics video, and today we are going to be reviewing Den of Thieves Plantera. Before we get started, please be sure to go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe button, and most definitely share. Den of Thieves 2 Plantera. Now, this was a long-awaited movie. Like, it took a minute for us to get a sequel. I was extremely excited to watch this movie because I am a die-hard Gerard Butler fan, dating back to The Law-Abiding Citizen. Like, that is one of my all-time favorite movies. But Den of Thieves was written and directed by Christian Gudegast, produced by Tucker Tooley, Gerard Butler, Alan Siegel, Mark Canton, and Osei Jackson Jr. I like to just call him Ice Cube Jr. I don't know, see the reason why we got to call him by his government name. It's Ice Cube Jr. to me. But like I said, this is the sequel to the original film that came out in 2018, which the 2018 film was freaking phenomenal. And I was no late bloomer. I was one of those first ones to sit down and actually watch the first movie when it was actually brand new and hot. Leave a comment in the comment section with a thumbs up if you was one of those folk that was there when the movie was hot and didn't catch it when they was promoting the second movie. Like, for those, hey, welcome to the franchise. But for us that actually saw this diamond in the rough sitting in the cut, and we acknowledged it back then, and we can sit back and acknowledge it now, hey, kudos to y'all, because the first one was a bomb movie. So far, the opening weekend, Den of Thieves Plantera has grossed over 15.5 million in the United States and in Canada. So in total, in other territories, it grossed over 20.5 million. Not bad. Like I said, I'm a big, huge Gerard Butler fan. Like I said, Law Abiding Citizen. If you haven't seen that movie, after this video, you need to go ahead and check out Law Abiding Citizen. Like, that is my movie right there. I just literally just sat down and I rewatched it the day after I watched Den of Thieves 2. But Law Abiding Citizen, obviously 300, the Fallen franchise, the As Has Fallen franchise pertaining to London Has Fallen, Olympus Has Fallen, those movies. Like, I've sat down and watched all of that, but like, I'm a season ticket holder of Gerard Butler. Like, I'm a freaking fan, a big, huge fan. Again, was definitely looking forward to this sequel to the Den of Thieves movie. I wanted to see what they actually could do with the movie in the second one. How could we build off the first one? And unfortunately, I'm going to have to say this to you right now, that I'm extremely disappointed, because I'm one of those movie buffs that I like a twist to the movie. Like, I don't want it to be predictable. And I felt like in this particular movie, it was extremely predictable. The movie was a little bit too long, and just to elaborate on it being predictable, when we went from the first movie, like from the beginning, like, you didn't know what exactly was going to happen. Like, if you've seen the first movie, if you're sitting here watching the review for the second movie, but in the first movie, it starts off by them stealing an armored truck, and throughout the whole movie, until you actually get to the actual master plan of the movie, that we never knew what they were going to do with this armored truck. And then you find out later during the line of the movie, that it's going to be used to rob the Federal Reserve, which is like almost freaking impossible to freaking rob. And then of course you got the plot twist of Donnie, that is Ice Cube Jr.'s character. He ends up being the whole freaking mastermind of the whole freaking plan towards the end. And you never would have thought this. We just thought this, like, Donnie was just this freaking snitch punk kid that just got turned over by Big Nick and his cowboy sheriff's department. And like, it was just freaking phenomenal. But we get into this particular movie where, like I said, it just dragged out a little bit too much, where I feel like you could have explained, like, you could have did a better job of getting Donnie and Nick back together instead of doing all this extra stuff. Like, I felt like so many different scenes in the movie were just unnecessary. And the fact that the heist part, for me, I will say it was a little bit too drug out. And I'm trying my absolute best not to spoil the movie for a lot of y'all, but it just does not live up to the expectations. But I will say this, because it's looking like we're going into the direction of making this an actual franchise, based off of the events at the end of the second movie. And what I'm afraid of is that it's going to end up going it gave me the Fast and the Furious vibes, and I really don't like that feeling because is that's getting played out. So I want them, like, I'm open to another movie. I'm willing to give it another shot. But at the same time, they need to tread lightly. Like, it's just because Gerard Butler's in there, you definitely got I'm gonna buy my ticket and watch it first day. But they got to be careful how they want to proceed moving forward with this particular franchise now. But let me know what you guys think. For those that actually sat down and did watch it, and those who haven't watched it, please come back and rewatch the video again and tell me what you think. You know what it is. If you enjoyed the content, please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. This is the Movie Fanatics. We're up out of here, man.